This video was brought to you by Stormberg, a better route planner, MisterGreen, Kempower and Marcus Bil. Yo, what's up? We're now sitting in a Nio ET5, and in this video I'm going to give you guys my impressions of the car after just 3 days. Well, actually more like 48 hours. Yeah. So unfortunately this ET5 is in high demand, so I could not borrow it for more than those days, but I managed to squeeze in actually pretty much all the tests I usually test. We were lucky with the weather. So yeah. First I should show you guys, maybe I always show you guys this Neopilot. If you go to driver assistance, enable Neopilot, and then
highlight is on. Highlight is on. ACC is on.
Yeah. So
ACC is on.
you can also change how loud you want Nomi to be.
Highlight is on.
Yeah, and then I think if you try to change lane without okay, well, and also if you don't hold the steering wheel while you try to activate auto steer.
Highlight is not on. Please try again later.
Oh, that was interesting.
Highlight is on.
Yeah, okay, but you want to turn off that shit. Neopilot. Yeah. So now you just get the ding dong instead. So that's slightly better. But let me show another problem here with Neopilot. Yeah, Neopilot is the autopilot suite that involves some auto stuff. Well, right now we're on straight roads, so it's not that bad. But actually, you can see it. I don't know what I should call it. Ping pong. Yeah, it goes like this all the time. You can steer steering wheel. Yeah, okay, now it bugs me about some stuff here, okay? Because I don't want to hold the steering wheel. I don't want to interfere with what the car is doing. Some cars, they allow you to steer with you in the auto steer mode, right? For example, e-tron or Kona or the Korean cars or something. But then, for example, Tesla is always in control unless you turn the steering wheel a bit. Then you disable auto steer until you re-enable it again. But Tesla is like, yeah, once you break out of auto steer, it will stay out of auto steer. This one will re-engage auto steer. You hear this ding dong. Auto steer is off, auto steer is on. Auto steer off, auto steer on. So that's just the way it works here. But yeah, so that's one problem, is that the car does this weird oscillation movement, left and right, left and right. It does it constantly, but especially in curves, it tends to zigzag even more. And also, especially if you're going at even higher speeds. So once you notice it, it becomes a little bit annoying. Or yeah, maybe worst case you get a little bit dizzy even. But another thing that the car does, actually every Nio I've tried, and then actually also most Chinese cars. Yeah, I'm not sure. Sorry if my brain is a little bit slow now. I haven't had much sleep for the past 2 days because I've been super busy testing this car. But oh, what the heck? Yeah, I just want to. I just want to see how it drives. Oh man, sometimes super cringy. But it will also oscillate on the throttle, meaning that if I look at the power meter now, power output, the road is fairly smooth, but now it says 25 kilowatt, 31 kilowatt, 23 kilowatt, 30 kilowatt, 22 kilowatt, 30 kilowatt, 20. So it keeps. You can feel it actually. Oh, okay, what the heck? It keeps doing that constantly when you have either auto steer on, which or just the adaptive cruise control. So I don't know what's up with that. Just the way Asian drivers drive actually. But so you have then this motion, you know, versus plus this motion at the same time. Yeah, and you can imagine when I drive 1,000 kilometer challenge, I have to drive for at least 8-9 hours, and it's doing that thing constantly. You can say, well, just turn it off. Well, but on typical motorways like this, I want to have it on. It's very convenient for the car to drive for me. There's not much action going on anyway. So I keep repeating this every time I have the chance, and every time you guys are interested to know what the auto steer or the autonomous systems work. And it's I wouldn't say it's bad. Well, actually, okay, it is bad at sometimes. I forgot. Yes, but there is room for improvements, to say it like that. Yeah, I don't want my social score to drop too much. I'm just kidding. But yeah, there is definitely room for improvements. Also, it does weird shit all the time when it comes to merges or other places. I've seen even worse, that on merges, suddenly it just, without blinking, without warning, changes over to the other lane. So yeah, and also this the Nios, they also phantom brake. You get pretty much everything in here. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can catch it, but I've experienced it many times during 1,000 kilometer challenges with different cars, Nios in the past. I tested this one also, EL7. They do the same thing. When I'm in the left lane and I'm about to pass another car in the right lane, it will many times say, watch out for merging vehicles. Even though, for example, this Q4 over here does not want to merge, or is not even remotely close to the middle line here. But then there are sometimes, yes, when especially trucks, they go a little bit close to the middle line. Then the system reacts like it should, right? Anticipating that there might be a merge, but many times the other car is not there, so then it does it. So that's a bit annoying. But when it comes to phantom braking in this car, it doesn't brake that hard. It doesn't brake nearly as hard as Tesla. Tesla is the worst when it comes to phantom braking. Brakes really hard and sometimes quite often, but it depends. Yeah. So let me just see now. What's the time? Okay, it's 4:50 in the morning. So I want to see what happens in the merge when we are behind the truck. Oh, this one should be fine. Yeah, since actually the car seems to struggle once we have not so well defined lines. Oh, I should have been over there. Those lines were somewhat washed out. But okay, now I started with the bad things because on the stretch there I wanted to demonstrate that. But what about the good things about this car? There must be something good with it, right? Yes, it is. There is. So, for example, the ride is surprisingly good. Okay, what the competitors do we have? We have Hyundai Ioniq 6, similar class, similar size. Hyundai is a little bit longer. Price similar also, and they are both of these are like, I don't know what we should call them, sedan, sport sedan or something, but it's not SUV. And also it's not a short hatchback. It's more like, yeah, you know. And then other competitors, Tesla Model 3, and I guess also Xpeng P7. Those are the 4 cars I remember right now that has or are in the same segment and also in the same price range. So, by the way, the car tends to slow down really early. So I have to always change lane really early also. And the following distance is even set to, the shortest following distance. But yeah, so compared to the other cars I just mentioned now, how is this one? The ride here, I claim, is the best of the other cars. Way better than Model 3. Model 3 has a bit harsh ride. And Ioniq 6 is close, to this one. But I still claim that the ET5 is the best. Holy crap, take it easy, guys. I hope you guys have hearing protection. Yeah, otherwise you'll be deaf by the time you finish the exam. Yeah, so the ride here feels so premium, so comfortable. It just try to demonstrate maybe. It goes over bumps in a gentle way. There's a little bit of like wagging like this. Tesla would be like, more like this. Yeah, to demonstrate what happens. The P7, Xpeng, by the way, Xpeng P7, I haven't driven it that much lately, but what I remember, it didn't feel the same as this. So that's the ride, comfort, soundproofing. Then I'm not sure. It seems like maybe the Ioniq 6 is better. I have to look at the data. I just recorded the data now with this car, the ET5. But their Ioniq 6 and the ET5 might be similar, but then Tesla is a little bit behind. And then when it comes to the P7, also pretty good. So there, Tesla is the weakest one when it comes to soundproofing. And what else? Acceleration. This thing here accelerates like a boss. It does 0 to 100 in, I measured, actual measurement is 3.8 seconds roughly. So it's actually slightly faster than spec. It's supposed to be 4 seconds. And then it puts this roughly on the same level as Model 3 long range with acceleration boost. But this one is faster than long range, normal long range, but not as fast as performance. And then versus Hyundai, Ioniq 5, we don't even talk about the Ioniq. It's not that fast really. And then also P7, nah. So this one is the fastest, from what I remember now. Yeah, well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, well, except for if you don't count the Model 3 Performance. But when it comes to efficiency, it's not the bus, it's the Russ. Oh, okay, that's very good. I mean, that's another Russebus, by the way. I don't know if you see it in the camera. Wait, can you see it? Yeah. But another Russebus with a freaking trailer with a generator behind it. Oh, shit. Damn. Oh, what the heck is a lid just... Oh, shit. Is that even safe? Is that legal? A lid just flapping around like that. Shit, man. But when it comes to what? Damn, they just pee, and they pee right by the road there. Okay. I would at least try to seek some privacy before I pee in the bush, but okay. But when it comes to consumption, the ET5 is possibly the thirstiest. I'm not sure whether it's the ET5 or the P7. Both of them are quite thirsty, the all-wheel drive versions. And then we have Ioniq 6, fairly efficient, but then the most efficient is Tesla. Tesla at 120 kilometers per hour consumes about the same as the ET5 at 90 kilometers per hour, just to put things in perspective. How actually, to be honest, how thirsty this car is, because I think also this is thirstier than BMW i4, from what I remember also. What the heck, man? I hope you guys are not going to Alnabru. Otherwise, I have to come and yell at you. Holy crap. Okay. I don't know, maybe it caught it in the camera. I think maybe the camera was shaking from the base there. Holy macaroni. Yeah, but okay. Anyway, maybe I can look at something more interesting here. So, yeah, that's just how it is when it comes to charging speed. This car, it has the 100 kilowatt hour battery from Nio. It doesn't charge that fast. I peak at 125. It's supposed to have 140 kilowatt. I never ever experienced that. 125, and then eventually 120, and then yeah, it has fairly flat curve though. But I heard that the new 100 kilowatt hour battery from Nio will charge way faster. It peaks at 660 amp, they claim. I was like, huh? Whoa, what the heck? Holy crap, there's a humongous party over there at Alnabru. Damn! They better not make noise. I have to check afterwards if my daughter woke up or not. It's 5 in the morning now, or at night. Yeah, but so when it comes to charging, the Nio is not that great, really. This ET5. Tesla chargers almost roughly twice as fast. Same with Ioniq 6, twice as fast. And then Xpeng P7 will now, the new one, will charge at 175 kilowatt. So yeah, the ET5 here is the slowest for now, until they can implement better batteries, and then you can just swap it and get the better battery, right? That would be great. But I'm still not sure if for example, older cars can automatically unlock more power. I guess it depends, but the battery has a thermal system, and then as long as you swap it for the new one, then you should get faster charging. But it could also depend on the thermal management of the car. If the car doesn't have strong enough cooling, for example, I'm not sure. Maybe you can't get the maximum speed. So this is something we just have to test once it's ready. And of course, the good thing about Nios is that eventually you can get the 150 kilowatt hour battery also. So even the old Nios can suddenly just, you change the bus subscription, and then boom, you have 150 kilowatt hour battery. Yeah, awesome. Except for that, when I mentioned the efficiency, yeah, here you see how smooth the ride is. Oh man. When I mentioned efficiency, Tesla Model 3 long range that has only 82 kilowatt hour battery versus 100 here. The Tesla has better range because it's way more efficient. Yeah. So it's like, this car is like the fat e-tron's Chinese cousin. Yeah. Something like that. Chinese sedan cousin. It's so thirsty like an e-tron, but it's so comfy also like an e-tron, you know? You know what I mean? E-tron owners be like, oh yeah, now we're gonna go to the big and have speed bumps and test. And also around Allenby, we have lots of potholes and shitty tarmac. I can demonstrate for you how smooth this ride is. Oh, this is, oh, okay, it does that little dum dum. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, is that hydrogen? Oh, it's a hydrogen taxi. Damn. Okay. Let me see. How do I get out of here? Okay, I have to go here. I have to go there. Backup camera. Oh, it's nice and a high resolution 360 camera. Lots of cool features. Yeah, when it comes to features, by the way, is Nio. They, you know, okay. For example, Ioniq 6. A very traditional design. We have, I'll try to explain what Ioniq 6 looks like. Well, let me just drive over these bumps first. You're waiting for it, right? Okay, return. Oh, you know, I almost forgot. I'm supposed to go diagonally. See how it wags sideways. Oh, nice. Okay, but yeah, Ioniq 6 has some buttons down here, traditional buttons, right? And then a screen that is roughly half the size, maybe even less than half the size of this screen. And traditional instrument cluster, traditional buttons for adjusting steering wheel and stuff over here, right? Something like that. That's Ioniq 6. This one is more Tesla look. Tesla had it for a long time, and then some other car manufacturers, they actually tend to move also towards the way Tesla do it. Like here, we don't have there's electronically adjusted air vents. You see, no manual air vents. It's not only Tesla, by the way. Porsche Taycan has it also. So I'm actually a fan of this new interface like this because it makes it cleaner, but also if you want to adjust the air vent over there for some reason, can you do it normally? No, you have to, but you can do it within the screen. You just go here and then you can start adjusting. Well, I think it's on auto, so I have to change some of the stuff here. I have to go auto, and then, well, nothing is working for me. Yeah, show that you can do this, you can do this, you can, you know, Tesla style. Yeah, but let me switch to auto again. Okay, let me start driving also. But man, this thing is a beast when it comes to speed. See here? Oh, it has that little delay though. It doesn't have that instant neck snapping torque like Tesla, but it goes fairly quick, and it's, you know, but I feel like it's a little bit soft. Yeah, around the racetrack, I would probably have a Tesla. Well, when it comes to race, speaking of racetrack, did I mention weight? Wait, I forgot to use turn signal. I wasn't sure where I'm supposed to go, but let's go over here in the bumper section. This thing here weighs 2,340 kilograms, I think. It's quite heavy compared to Tesla that weighs only 1,800 kilograms. So we're talking about around 400 kilograms of extra meat somewhere. I don't know, Chinese meat. Yeah. But what else? Seats. Here we have massage seats. We have seat ventilation. The seats here are a little bit firmer than, for example, Model 3 seats. But I think they're really good. And you can also adjust whatever it's called again, you know, the over here, the thing that goes out. For people with long legs, they get the support. So the seats are really good. Steering wheel is good. We have ambient light. The design is pretty good. We have soft materials here. Soft materials, many places. Interior wise, I think this looks and feels more premium than the Ioniq 6. trying to give you guys as much info as possible. And look over the bumps. Oh yeah, let's maybe purposely run over a pothole maybe, but at low speed, Oh, yeah, man. The roads around Alnabru, they are so shitty. What happened to road maintenance budget in Oslo, huh? Oh, I need to run away from Oslo and move over to Jessheim. That's another municipality. But this car just soaks all the bumps really, really well. So it's more like comfort level, very good. Sportiness, you know, not as good as Tesla, for example. What the heck, man? Just they have a little party over here. I wasn't planning on coming here to look at them. I was just doing my driving test. But well, let me just check. Oh, holy crap! What the heck, man? I was about to say, do they have some kind of moose party over here? What is a Russe party? Wait, they are remarkably quiet. I think it's because Polizei has probably been here. Yeah, it must have been here. What the heck? But yeah, since we, you see there? Xpeng P7. Let me show you. Yeah, okay, whatever. No, it's not too important. But when it comes to maneuverability, is that the word? It's also quite easy. We have a round steering wheel. We have stalks. And also, what I'm going to show you here, if you enable reverse first, very easy to just do that, and then you go drive. Then you get the 360 camera, and it works forward also. So some cars, I don't remember which car it was. Once you put the car in drive again, the camera will immediately disappear. But here it stays on, and you see, you can then, and also the car is transparent here in the display. So that's pretty cool. So it makes it really easy to. What the heck is that smell? I think it smells bad, shitty diesel, but it makes it really easy to park within the lines here, within the square. So I love the 360 camera here. You can do a lot of, here you can also do the adjustment for mirrors. Yeah, okay, okay, but whatever. Let me go out to this one. It smells exhaust here because those guys are idling and they're. So when it comes to filtering, by the way, you get okay. I did mention the peeing and stuff, right? Yeah, but when it comes to filtering, seems like the cabin filter here is not good at all. I smell everything from outside in here also. So, but the same goes for the other cars I also mentioned. They don't have that great filtering. Let me get out of here, man. Okay. Shit. But you see now how it works in typical urban situation when you just drive around, and it's a damn sexy car. I don't know if you saw the butt on this car. It's just like, wow. Yeah. Okay, let me get out of here. So there is a lot of stuff to like about the ET5. When I tried it, wait, what are you guys gonna? Huh? Where are they going? Okay, let's wait for them to. Yeah, the only sober guy is the driver. Wow, they're that what? They all have these massive trailers. Holy crap, man! Okay, let's get over here. Oh, I have Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5 tires. So they are not that grippy. That's why the wheels spin a little bit. But the car allows a little bit of wheel spin. I like that. Oh, I like the way Nio has set up the car's suspension and ride and the way they set up the traction control to not limit it too much. Okay, I tried a couple of times when you, let me see if I can demonstrate it. We do this at night when there's less traffic, but if I do something like this and then, okay, there are situations where, here, I think like this. You floor it, okay, actually it did give power. Okay. But there are some situations where the car knows that it doesn't have enough traction, and then when I floor it, it limits it. But you saw now that when I try to just have a little bit of fun, you can have a lot of fun. And also when it comes to here, we have drive mode. You can have it in the presets, comfort, eco, Comfort, Eco, Sport, Sport Plus, and you can also go custom. Man, it disappears way too fast. And if you go custom here, you can choose acceleration, how fast you want it. Do you want it to be 4 seconds? It's actually 3.8. 4 seconds, 5.9 seconds, 7.9 seconds, 9.9 seconds, or 12.9 seconds, which is the Leaf equivalent. And then we have region braking. You have very low, standard, and then steering mode, comfort, standard, steady, and then climate control, eco, and standard. So these are the parameters, and you can just customize them. But I think there are a little bit of restrictions if you want to use the most power. Let me see here. Or is it? If you go for the slowest one, maybe on this one, yeah, maybe on this Nio there is no limitation. Yeah, there's actually no limitation here. In the EL7 and the ES8, then it locks you in some. It will actually go in some harder suspension mode. It doesn't allow you to go into comfort suspension when you want to have the best acceleration. Probably because those SUVs, they are a little bit both, but here you already have nice, firm, low ride, so you don't have to worry about that. Let me see, I'm going to set it back to the way I like it. I like, of course, maximum acceleration. Always region, I wanted to have it standard, as strong as possible. Steering mode, I prefer comfort, not steady. It feels a little bit heavier. But when that is said, by the way, comfort in steering here feels very nice and light, like other Nios also. And I like it like this. I don't want to use too much effort into steering, but it actually feels even lighter than Tesla, because I remember yesterday when I jumped into the Model 3 and I started steering, I was like, oh, it's a little bit heavier on the Model 3 performance. So Model 3 is probably something like standard in this one, or maybe even the steady, which is the stronger, heavier steering. So, but I prefer it to have it like this and then save it. So that's pretty cool that you have all these settings. There's supposed to be, oh yeah, this one, it has also, let me see, it has a snow mode, yeah, and an Eco Plus, but this one does not have well, does it have the hill descent mode? But it doesn't have the off-road mode, naturally. Then you have to go for the SUVs, Neo variants. But let me check here. If I go to this one, wait, what is that lag, man? Maybe just me. If you go to driving, I'm over here because this road here doesn't have very much traffic. Wait, I was looking for driving. Yeah, this one, okay, I'm not sure it doesn't have it. It doesn't have hill descent mode. But I think you're not supposed to go off-roading with it. But also, I should mention, by the way, if you go here, wait, okay, sorry. Here, you have lots of settings here. You can go to my ET5, you have some stuff here for battery, for consumption, you have manual battery warm-up, you have automatic battery heating, lots of features when it comes to Windows charge port. This car, by the way, yeah, I show you, it has soft close as the only car in this price range. Like I mentioned, Tesla and Ioniq and PZ, they don't have soft close. This one has soft close, but this car also has automatic Anhängerkupplung. Where is it again? I think it's under driving, right? Tow hitch extend. Just listen. And you can see now. Yeah, we have erected the trailer. And then if we can do this quickly. I think I did it too fast. I was about to retract the tow hitch. Yeah, I could see it barely when it disappeared. But it has automatic, fully automated tow hitch. Normally, just German premium electro autos have it. This Chinese car has it. Huh? Yeah, okay. Are we done now? But okay, what I was to say is that, yeah, so you have cabin cover. You have also perfume here. Well, they have something called ionizer. I'm not sure how good that one is, but you have so many settings. You can do all the stuff here. driver assistance, or okay, you have auto steer, all that. Some of that is good, some of that is not that good. Nomi voice assist. One thing I don't like, by the way, with Nomi is that, okay, now she's listening. Hey Nomi. Hey Nomi. Oh no. This is also weird, by the way. It's not consistent because Nomi right now is not wearing the headset. But I turn off Nomi. If I turn on Nomi. Hey Nomi.
Hey.
Never mind.
Sure. See you later.
Yes, kid. But now if I turn off Nomi, I think normally she will wear the headset. Yeah, now she wears the headset. So it's just me. I know that, okay, I want to turn her off. So now she's off. So that's good. But many other cars, even if you turn off voice control, I tend to turn them off because when I review cars and I say, yeah, and then, you know, this is nice and this is Mercedes, and then suddenly it triggers the hey Mercedes, right? So that's why I turn off voice control and so they don't listen or the wake up sound. But I can always use the button for voice control to do something like, hello BMW, what is the current elevation here? And then it will tell me, right? Even if the voice control is off. Here, on the other hand, when you want to activate voice control manually, you do this, hold it down, and then it says Nomi is not listening. So I have to turn on Nomi in order to use this one on demand.
Yes?
So let me turn her off. Okay, yeah. So just a little thing. After testing so many cars, I become aware of lots of other things, that differences between cars and like I mentioned, you know, I like the way it works with the other cars I mentioned, and I don't like the way it works here. But some people might disagree with me. They say, oh, I want to turn off voice control, then I want it off, regardless if I accidentally press the button to activate it or not. But okay. So anyway, just keep driving. But you know, if you consider these sedans, if you want one of these cars, if you're interested, you don't want an SUV, right? I am also not an SUV guy. Well, actually, maybe also BMW i4 is one competitor. Yeah, I guess it is. It's also a similar class. Maybe a little bit more expensive, I'm not sure, or it depends. Could be similar price also, yeah. But actually 5 cars then, not 4. But if you want one of these cars, I think the Nio, this ET5 is the most German Chinese car you can get, really. Yeah, it's really, really good in many ways. Like when I sat in here and started driving, I was super impressed of how they managed to build this car. It is, and if I had to choose between the ET5 and Ioniq 6, I'll take the ET5 any day, because the Ioniq 6 feels a little bit cramped. You know, just small things like, you see here, my knees, when I just move my knees under here, under the steering column, whatever you call it, the Ioniq 6 is really cramped there. And the Ioniq 6, they try to make it clean. They have their language, right? There's a design language with those squares, lots of those squares all over the place. But it screams cheap plastic here, at least. They don't have to, like Nio, they don't have to prove anything, right? It just looks and feels better, in my opinion. Yeah, you might disagree, but yeah. Where should I go now? I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go. Actually, I don't want to end up over there. I'm gonna go over here. No, actually, I changed my mind. Let me go a little bit on the city streets. Yeah. So, but I guess the biggest downside, again, people will be like, why, lol, you want to go for Nio? Ioniq charges way faster. Well, can the Ioniq charge you 90% within 6 minutes, huh? Because the ET5 can battery swap. And spoiler alert, 1,000 kilometer challenge, this ET5 is the fastest ever tested. EV, yeah, okay, we don't count the e-Power because that's fossil. But this is the fastest EV, beating everything on the market on 1,000 kilometer challenge, because it could battery swap I did it twice, but I also had to fill up with some charging in between. But the charging stop was really quick, roughly 5 to 8 minutes only. So and then we still don't have the 150 kilowatt hour battery yet. But you see, even this thirsty beast is the fastest of them all because it has battery swap. So then it boils down to how, wow, I'm just very impressed of how the car just rides over the speed bumps and the shitty roads. But even because, I mean, even though this car is the thirstiest maybe, I'm not sure if it's beaten by the P7 or not, but even that thirstiness is countered with battery swap. Yeah. But then we just have to have enough battery swap stations. That's it. Then it will make sense. If you... Okay, brakes also. But yeah, it doesn't have the one pedal drive. Yeah, if you're like, you don't have one pedal drive. No, you see here, I drive right towards the parked car and then, well, almost though. Almost. And then it just slides. And if I don't intervene, then it will crash into the Mercedes. Yeah. But okay, so yeah, it doesn't have that one. Oh, fine, but it's still, the ET7 is so good in many ways, guys. Like, I like it a lot. That's what I'm saying. If they can just nail the software that it's doing the auto steer, you know, I don't know if you guys already know, but I have to mention again that the design studio for Nio is in München, or you know, Munich, Deutschland, Germany, and I bet they have a bunch of Germans there designing everything: the seats, the suspension, the interior, right? So the Germans, they do the masterwork, like, oh yeah, and then they ship the car over to China, and then Chinese engineers do the software for auto steer. They be, auto steer, you have to go like this, because that's how Chinese people drive, apparently. Yeah, but if they can just nail the pilot system, the autopilot, whatever they call it, Neopilot, then it's gonna be game over. Yeah. Because even today when I took my wife and kid to Jessheim for a trip and we had some dinner, I felt the whole zigzag, and wifey didn't complain, but yeah, if I ask her, she might probably mention that, oh yeah, the car is not driving as smooth as an EQS or a Tesla. I'd be like, yes, I know. Yeah. So yeah, but what else is to say, man? Also, when I mentioned Ioniq 6. Ioniq 6 has more traditional approach on interior, buttons, screen, user interface. Ioniq 6, by the way, has really old-fashioned way of user menus, and you have freaking icons, like just like an Ego from 2016. You have icons, and then you enter an icon, you enter that app or screen or whatever, charging screen or navigation screen or whatever, and then you go into a menu, and then you go. It's super clumsy the way Ioniq 6 works. It's, in my opinion, an old-fashioned way of doing things, but here it's more modern. You have a big screen, you have navigation here, you have music here, you can do some swipe here. You want to have consumption, you want to swipe over to tire pressure, you know, and in the menu it's like this, very well organized with stuff, and also, yeah, I don't know. This looks and feels better, and it's way easier to use than the other. I change my mind all the time. I'm trying to figure out, because yeah, I look confused now, because I am actually confused, because I don't have a fixed route when I take these trips, these driving tests, whatever you should call it. But I try to highlight things as I go, and there's just so much stuff I can talk about. And you can say, but you should organize this video better. Well, it's more as like we just take a trip together, and you just want to interview me. Hey, what do you think about this car? And as we sit here together and talk and drive, I remember things, and yeah, and then you ask me, okay, how is the stereo system? I'll be like, the stereo system, shit. When it comes to stereo, this is a weak point here. I feel like, okay, people have different taste, I guess, for how stereos are supposed to sound like. The bass is nice and powerful, almost a little bit overwhelming. But at certain frequencies, especially low frequencies, it triggers a weird rumbling. You know, it's supposed to be like, if you turn up the volume, it will be, first it will be like, but then as louder you go, you suddenly get something like that, right? When I look in the trunk, there is a cover for the subwoofer in the trunk, by the way, on the beneath a lower, not on the side but on the lower part, right? Where typically Tesla would have that, well, the way they can have equipment in there. So that's where the subwoofer is, and there is a cover. I don't know what kind of, if that's a plywood or some composite cover, a plate that covers it. But and then the plate is attached to the subwoofer with some Velcro, the plastic types, you know, the one that, yeah. And I suspect that it's that plate that hits a certain resonance thing, and then it starts vibrating. Yeah. But first, I suspect the main suspect was the partial shelf, but I don't think so. But unfortunately, I haven't been able to test this properly because I have very limited time, and I didn't have much sleep in the past few days. But yeah, but sound system, okay, the bass has this weird rumbling, maybe it's a blown speaker, but usually if it's a blown speaker, you will hear it throughout the whole spectrum, not at certain frequencies. But also the sound in general doesn't sound as clear as many of the other systems. Tesla sounds better. They just lack a little bit of soundproofing, so that ruins some of the sound experience when you're driving. But this car lacks detail, lacks the stereo perspective. It sounds a bit muffled, at least the way I experience it. So, and also the bass was not linear. It seems to have some peaks here and there. So sound system, not the best, but for some people, they like it. Like if you're a rooster, yeah, okay, great, yeah. Okay, I think I should go home now because it's getting early. Not late, it's getting early. But space-wise, by the way, when it comes to trunk space, I did the banana box test this evening. Yeah, last evening, and the trunk space is not that great. One of the, well, actually, all these cars, they don't have great trunk space because it's not the hatchback. Well, are they? Well, actually, the BMW i4 is a hatchback. Yeah, the only one. All the other cars, they have this. I don't know what to call it. The Sedan little trunk opening. But Tesla is the best there because they have the space under the trunk, which actually helps a lot when you have baby stroller in there. You semi-fold the baby stroller to make it quick in and out. And with this car, struggles a little bit to put everything in there. In Tesla, it's a dream. Just zoop, zoop, done. In Ioniq 6, also a little bit struggling, but I feel like Ioniq 6 has better space. But then, that's trunk space. When it comes to space for occupants in the rear, then this one is actually better than Tesla, because the ET5 is a little bit taller, roughly 5 centimeters taller than the Tesla Model 3. So that should also mean headroom. Yeah, by the way, headroom. Plenty of headroom here. That's also one thing I don't like about Ioniq 6 is that it feels so low, and I don't feel comfortable when I sit in there, when my seat versus the steering wheel and everything. Just here, it is great. Glass roof, plenty of headroom. I sit comfortably with the steering wheel and center console, and everything is, yeah, I like it a lot. But I should mention that this stuff here is it depends. It's individual. You might not like it. You might not fit in here. You might like an Ioniq 5 better or a Tesla. So, yeah, ergonomically, I would almost say that I like the ET5 better than Tesla. But Tesla has other qualities. Like when it's really cold, Tesla just kicks ass for the Lord because of Octovalve and Tesla's technology. So, but also I should mention that Nio, they also build motors and what was it again? Suspension. They have lots of components they also build in-house. Maybe that's why it's so good, because they've been built and tuned to work very well together. But still, my claim is that Tesla is still the best EV, technically the best when it comes to the way they have engineered everything in Tesla: motors, drivetrain, inverters, and even down to the cell level, battery packs, and also infotainment. Everything has been tailored and refined over so many years. And the core, the heart of the EV, which is the electric drivetrain, battery, motors, everything in Tesla, after testing so many years, my claim is that they are the best in this comparison. But the comfort, the ride, the ergonomics, the features like massage, like the seats, there I think Nio ET5 is the best. Yeah. So you can already see now that we might have a winner, or it might be a shared first place. Oh, I have to drive over here. It's so shitty roads here. So if I have to choose ET5 and Model 3, they are on top. I can't decide. Maybe I could just have both of them. Just like, you know, you can have two wives, right? No, that's the thing. You cannot have two wives. You have to choose between one girl or another. But with cars, you can have 10. It says there was a plan. 1020 HP. It says, yeah. But yeah. So the ET7 is like, it gets on the top list there with all-time favorite cars I've ever tested, along with Model 3, of course. And then when it comes to Ioniq 6, I was a little bit disappointed in many things with Ioniq 6. It was a very hyped up car, but felt cramped in there. Infotainment user interface, old-fashioned, not flexible. You have to dig into menus to find stuff, you know. And then P7. Okay, I need to spend more time with P7. But yeah, so the sun is coming up now. 5:30 in the morning. Yeah, so I should go home. But yeah, this was a very long video. I felt like I had to vent out my frustration about the Neopilot, but also I wanted to bring out the word that this ET5, man, it's not a Tesla killer. Absolutely not. People who want to buy Tesla, they will buy Tesla. It's not Ioniq killer. People who want to buy Ioniq, they still will buy Ioniq. But people who are not sure, those guys, you should really try the Nio. You will be impressed. There's a high chance you will be really impressed of this ET5. So, yeah. And I'm not saying this just to increase my social score. No. But, wait, Polizei is here. Yo, what's up? Let me see. Let's stalk the police and see what they're doing. And why are they here, by the way? Are they here to control the noise, or are they here to find people? No, but yeah. So wow, where do these people get the energy from to party all night? No, but I think that's it. I think I said enough now. But is there anything else I want to tell you guys? Is there something else you guys want to know? Now, I think that's it. Pricing, by the way, is very similar on these cars. Yeah, by the way, I have to mention that about 90% of people who buy Nio, they will go for bus, which is renting of battery. And then in Norway, that is actually a great advantage, because from 2023, you get tax on EVs now. There is a weight tax. They say you start adding weight tax for anything that is heavier than 500 kilograms. So that means that even a Zoe gets a weight tax now. Until 2023, EVs, they were totally tax-free, totally VAT-free, but not anymore. So you had a weight component, and you also get a VAT component if the price of the car costs more than 500,000. Anything higher than 500,000 gets 25% VAT on it. So you can see that the advantage with this car is that you buy the car, but you don't buy the battery, so you avoid that tax. Oh, cool. Practical example of what it was. I was in drive, by the way. I was not in reverse or anything. Okay. Oh, cool. The 360 camera temporarily popped up and now it disappeared again. Nice. But because bus, then you avoid that VAT part because the car doesn't become too expensive. But because it's kind of heavy, then you get some extra weight tax. Tesla has the advantage that it's light, so they have less weight tax, for example. Yeah. So, but the bus, I should mention it, by the way, is a really good deal, because you pay 2,000 NOK, or roughly 200 euros per month, for the 100 kilowatt hour bus subscription. But then you also get 200 kilowatt hour free charging or battery swap, 2 battery swap, or whatever you want. So the bus is highly recommended. That's what I think around 90% of the buyers go for anyway. And yeah, it's different. This is the thing. The whole Nio, how they say it, the whole Nio ecosystem is completely different than the other cars, simply because they have battery swap and that you can rent it, and you don't have to swap. You can just buy the car. You can either buy the car and buy the battery also, or you can actually just buy the car, rent the battery, but you never swap it. Yeah, but then the car charges a little bit slow. Maybe you can wait and then you swap it when you get the new generation battery or something like that. But you can also swap it, of course. You get 2 swap for free anyway, so it wouldn't make any sense to not swap when you can, right? The police is just there, with the blue light, with the constant blue light on. It's like, we are here, don't try to do anything funny, yeah? Don't make any noise because Teslabjorn lives here. Yeah, so, no, but I gotta go home now, so, yeah, they're just hanging out there. 2 police, it's a police guy and a police woman. Man, damn, I don't know what's up with me. When I see police woman, I'd be like, oh, arrest me, oh, cuff me, woman, oh, shit. I'm just kidding, okay. But, yeah, so, I have to show you guys. They have, can you see that? Wait, I'll show you guys this. They have 3 Honda generators, EU70. It says EU70 IS. 3 of those. De leker ikke butikk. They don't play shop over here. But okay. Yeah. The video was about Nio, but I just had to bump into the Rus. So yeah, quick takeaway. Highly recommended car, really. Yeah, just check out this one if you are if you're interested in cars in this price range segment. Really is good. Yeah, that's all I need to say. Now I'm gonna go home and get some sleep, and then in a couple hours I have to return this car. Okay, let me just stop over here like I always do, in front of Folkets Kebab, even though, or Texas Burger, Texas Burger, yeah. Wait, that's it. One last thing, by the way. This car does not have head display, alright? Okay, I forgot to mention that. Ioniq 6 has head display, okay, fine. And also, a strange thing is that here, it doesn't have wireless charging. Which is strange, because the EL7 is also based on the same, almost the same center console. I wonder, the same screen, you know, but the EL7 has wireless charging here. Oh, I found it. It's off. Of course, that's wireless charging. Now it works. Yeah, it's just I couldn't find it in the beginning. Ah, okay, and then you get this one. But my point is that okay, I was not looking, but sometimes, to be honest, sometimes I get lost in the translation because there are so many settings here, and you're trying to find something, you have to scroll, and yeah, maybe sometimes not everything is in the right category that you think, because you have so many things here, right? For example, fragrance, where do you put it? Do you put it under HVAC, or do you put it under cabin comfort? There is a cabin comfort here that has a leaf as an icon. You have ionizer here, AC deodorization, but fragrance is here under HVAC. So yeah, that's also one thing. There are so many settings there, you can sometimes get lost and you might not be able to find what you're looking for, but it is there, hidden somewhere. But at least it's if I just spend a little bit more time actually reading what everything here says, then I would have found it. Yeah, my bad, it was my mistake. But at least you don't have multi-layer menus to find stuff. So that's good with this system. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.